Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is December 1st, 2022. It is a Thursday, so you know what that means. Monster Strike news. Let's get going right away. We've got a new difficulty of Bakuzetsu level available. Next week, we will be featuring Gokurakujoudo, which, if you prefer the, I believe it was Sanskrit version of that, Sukhavati. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. But that will be our next Bakuzetsu quest. Her quest will be debuting next week on December 9th, 7 p.m. Japan time. I think the art looks pretty awesome, so we'll see how difficult it is. And of course, when we have a new Bakuzetsu quest, we get a new Treasure 9 to go along with that. So make sure you complete the stages enough times so that you have the opportunity to hit a attack point on Gokuraku here, and one of those will be a weak point, and once you hit the weak point you will get all of the 9 items you see on the left. Otherwise you'll just have to do it one by one until you finally get it. This will be available until February, where it will rotate out. And speaking of rotating out, that means Tempestoso's Treasure 9 will be ending at its next appearance, which will be on December 2nd, which is tomorrow Japan time, at 10 p.m. So if you have not finished Tempestoso's Treasure 9, make sure you do that before it goes away. Now, we are going to get the final Hasanoto Tower of Champions of 2022, and to celebrate that, we will be getting it at 50% off its normal stamina costs. And for those of you who want to use the pre-made decks, you will not have to use any items to do that. Am I missing anything? No. So that'll begin on the 7th of December. Now, they are coming out with a little campaign for the events in December. It's called the High Difficulty Challenge Triple Mission. And what this is basically you get the opportunity to do a free single pull on a special gacha. It's a single pull that guarantees you a 6-star monster. No limited monsters are in that pull. And, or actually that's on the next slide. We'll go to that. But how you get these orbs to pull is all you have to do is complete any 10 stages in the Tower of Champions, any 10 stages in the Uncharted Lands, and any 10 stages in the Abyss. If you do that, and that's separate, you can get 3 different single pulls on this gacha, which again guarantees you a 6-star monster. Oops. Yeah, I guess I don't have a separate site for that, but this is a free pull, so you do not have to spend any orbs. It is guaranteed to be a 6-star, but there are no limited monsters in this pool. So it's just a general pool monster, but again, it's a free 6-star monster. So again, just to reiterate it one much more time because I kind of jumbled through the end there. 3 different orbs are up for grabs by clearing any 10 stages in the Tower of Champions, any 10 stages in the Uncharted Lands, and any 10 stages in the Abyss. I do not believe they have to be different, so if you find one stage that you find really easy, especially for the Abyss, for example, you can just clear that 10 times, and you should be good. So yeah, there you go. Now, the other gacha that was announced was the Premium Selection Gacha. And how this works is you will be given the opportunity to pick 5 monsters that will have the rate up on this gacha. You can see there's 1 for fire, 1 for water, 1 for wood, 1 for light, and 1 for dark. Each of those 5 monsters will be featured at a 2.4% chance to be pulled. And that's pretty darn high for a single general pool monster. Again, this does not include limited monsters. But to try and get a single pinpoint monster in the general pool is quite a hard thing to do nowadays because of how expansive that general pool is, right? So to be able to pick 1 from each element and to assign 2.4% chance on that specific monster is pretty darn good. I mean, I don't know if you guys also watch my videos on Units on Air. We had something similar to that where we were able to assign a card almost 3 percentage points to being pulled from a gacha. That's on top of the actual, the high rarity rate. So very interesting to see this as well. But yeah, to reiterate again, no limited monsters are in this pool. That of course includes, collab monsters and time limited monsters. They're not in there. And of course, any monsters that are debuted after the start of this gacha, or until after the 2nd of December, are not included as well. The gacha will begin on the 3rd of December, And your first 10 pulls on this gacha is free. So there's no orbs needed to do one free pull on this. Pick the 5 monsters that you want to have rate ups and hope that Lady Luck is on your side. Now, you also have the opportunity to spend orbs on this as well. And it's an interesting prospect if you want to spend your Hoshidama on this gacha too. Very interesting thought. I'm not sure how the percentages will work in terms of that, but again, very interesting to think about. You can do this gacha up to 5 times using orbs. So you have your 1 temple for free. That's separate. And then if you want, you can do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. That of course costs orbs at your standard rate. So you can spend up to 250 orbs on this gacha for 5 temples in total. You will have less than a week to do that. It will start on the 3rd of December and last until the 8th. And we have a new event coming after the current one is about to wrap up. That will begin on the 2nd of December, starting at noon Japan time. We've got some, I think, heroes to follow and see what kind of monsters we have coming. So first, you've got Georgios there in the water element. And she is a bounce balance type, super anti-damage wall, Minesweeper M, anti-block, and poison killer L. Note that there's no gauge ability here, so that's pretty nice. The strike shot is going through walls and bashing, kicking up the first hit enemy. And your bump combo is the water energy sword and a unite blitz. Yeah, pretty strong. I think, you know, one of the hard difficulty quests that just came, Carnive, is a perfect target for this monster. Next monster we have Sakano Ue no Tamamuro here. A mouthful for his name there, but he's a wood type. We've got Pierce and a speed type. Abilities, again, no gauge here. We got super anti-gravity barrier, anti-block, and anti-transport wall. Strike shot is a speed and power up, increases the weak point effectiveness of all hit enemies, and then your bump combo is a white blast EL along with a defense bump combo up. I forget if they said anything where he was going to be super useful at, but again, you know, I keep saying it all the time, seeing that anti-transport wall coming more and more and more. It's something that you're gonna have to need, as you know, essentially it becomes the norm for this game, right? So be definitely careful about those. Definitely useful. We've got Theseus here, Theseus as you pronounce it in Japanese, and I do believe Theseus is a she in this game. We've got a Pierce, again no gauge on this monster, blast type, super anti-damage wall, anti-block, anti-magic circle, and up position killer. Again, any monsters on the top half of the screen will take that killer damage. Strike shot is fast one 6+6, speed and power up for a set amount of turns. So this is a monster you want to keep cycling through her strike shot. So don't forget about that. Bump combo, super shining pillar, and the Chozetsu blast. And with this new event comes with a special orb pack. So if you are interested in getting one of those 3 monsters, you can guarantee one of them by purchasing this pack for 4,900 yen. Not only will you get one of those 3 new monsters guaranteed, but you'll also get 50 orbs that you can stash into your back pocket. Might be good for the end of the year because you get a free monster along with that. This pack will be available through the duration of the event, December 2nd through the 16th. And the event monsters, we've got Tate Eboshi here in the wood. We also have Labyrinthos and Tokumos Dragon available for you to farm off. And this is always a good event campaign that I love to see with new events, the Luck Laku campaign. Basically, once you hit 99 luck in total for all of those event monsters, you will start getting the monsters dropping at double the usual rates. And of course, you can combine this with a biscuit to get 4-time drops, making your farming life even easier. Again, this is one of the better campaigns to help you finish farming these things faster. So I'm always excited to see this. And then we got the announcement of the Transcension Kai. It is going to be Takemikazuchi here in the light element. Bounce type, power type, anti-wind, laser stop on the main. On the gauge, we've got anti-block and anti-magic circle. The connect skill is super anti-damage wall along with weak point killer M. The requirements here is to have 2 or more different classes than self, or 2 or more different sling types than himself. Strike Shot is a 12+8, turning into Pierce, Speed, and Power Up, and will harshly pierce the enemy, which means he will slow down very quickly once he hits a monster, but it will do an immense amount of damage. And there were a lot of stages back then where Takemikazuchi would just blow, bosses away with that harshly piercing Strike Shot ability. So if you're not familiar with that, definitely something you have to get used to, be aware of as a result of using Takemikazuchi, but very strong indeed. And the bomb combo, his first bomb combo is the super powerful Go Lightning. I like to just use the Chinese character, the kanji there, because I mean that's just it's easier to announce, because I mean I already have super with Cho, and then I just use Chozetsu because that's one level on top of Cho, right? It has Cho in it anyway, and then on top of that they introduced Go, and by the time I was like, I'm not going to try to translate that. We're just going to use the kanji. We're going to use the Japanese, pronunciation. Let's just go with it. Go Lightning. And then the sub is, well, not the sub. The second bump is the Chozetsu Static Electricity. And of course, the second Pro Tour was last weekend. The Jushintei Ichimon group, featuring Keidora, right? He's part of the M4, was the winner of that. And they get to share 3 million yen. And I believe this is the last round of the qualifiers for the Pro Tour. That will be this weekend, December 3rd. The live stream will be available starting at 4 p.m. Japan time. And that's it for tonight. Monster Strike news next week will be at the same time as usual on December 8th. And here are your next week's lucky monsters. So if you hopefully have the time limited monsters, if you finished farming the previous set events monster, you also have Aozumbra there on the bottom left. So I do believe I should have 3 this upcoming week, which is good to see. I did have a few weeks of not having enough due to the seas monsters coming up for quite a while, so good to see that. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't noticed, I got a new magazine here that is Kyonko's White Graph magazine. It's basically a mini photo book. It's really awesome. So if you're a Kyonko fan, I know there's not that many out there. Definitely recommend it. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe, comment below. Monst on Twitter has all of the slides that you saw earlier, so you can review them at your leisure. And of course, the Discord channel is available for you to join to talk with other folks who love the game, speak English, and may be able to help out at any other time of the day. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.